Today, 1 out of 5 patients under the age of 65 who gets a prescription from their doctor is unable to afford that prescription.
Despite statements from Republicans and Democrats alike calling for the reduction of drug prices, the cost of drugs in the United States has been on the rise for the past few decades. Major drugs often cost 2 to 3 times more in the United States than in other countries. Lantus, a type of insulin used for people who have type 1 diabetes, is one of the best examples of these discrepancies.
As a result of these exceedingly high drug prices, Americans spend nearly 45% more on prescription drugs than any other developed nation. Furthermore, 8% of Americans have reported to not taking their medication as prescribed, skipping doses, and putting their health in harm's way. This behavior is extremely dangerous and can lead to even further health problems. For example,
both have type 1 diabetes, and because they can't afford insulin for two, they've had to ration and share. Already, Shelby has been hospitalized with soaring blood sugar levels.
All this begs the question, why are drug prices so high? How can companies justify charging thousands of dollars for life-saving medication? Admittedly, the answer is complicated.
Well, when you talk to pharmaceutical companies, they can tell you that the cost of research and development is going up as these drugs become more and more complex.
What's driving it? I think that things, and this is my personal opinion, I believe it's because industry has a lot of R&D, research and development costs as they're developing drugs that come to market. So they have to recoup their costs. That's one reason.
As Ms. Leas stated, research and development of new drugs is very expensive, and pharmaceutical companies that charge high prices can afford the billions of dollars needed to invest in new drugs. As a result, the United States has more clinical trials than any other country. It has the most Nobel laureates in physiology or medicine. It has won more patents and is often rated first in medical innovation. Unfortunately, though the United States free market system has its benefits, it can also be exploited.
Humira has 247 patents, and some of those patents don't expire until 2034.
By tweaking the formula for their drugs and then filing hundreds of patents, drug companies can stop competition from entering the marketplace. Ideally, generic forms of brand name drugs, a drug that contains the same chemical substance as the original drug, would enter the market promoting competition and drive down the cost of the drug. However, because of the vast number of patents, generics cannot enter the marketplace, and true competition cannot exist to lower drug costs. As a result, many Republicans who traditionally favor free markets believe
we have to put initiatives together which gives competition for drugs. I think that's really important.
Similarly, Suzanne Leas believes
the other idea, which is not a national position, is change the regulatory law, change the regulation, change the law to, in terms of the FDA and its approval process, to allow generics to come on the market sooner.
taking into account the interviews we have had with medical professionals and with some legislators, we would like 2020 presidential candidates to explore the possibility of allowing the government to negotiate directly with drug companies as a possible solution. Currently, Medicare does not have the power to negotiate drug prices. Thus, the government is forced to use even more taxpayer dollars to buy medication for those on the program.
And this is an ASH policy. We believe that Medicare should have the authority to negotiate drug prices with industry. And that's one way that you could lower costs, drug costs. So,
prescription drug prices affect the lives of millions of Americans. Whether you believe in legislation that promotes competition, action allowing Medicare to negotiate drug prices, or any other possible solutions, it is imperative that the president elected in 2020 take substantial steps in solving this problem for American citizens.